I yeah, I think I'm connected. Okay. I don't need to show my face today. I don't need to show my face, but what's good, people? What's going on? My little boy Harlem, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I posted a video on YouTube, since I uploaded something, but yeah, guys, I'm still around. So I just want to upload a video just to show y'all guys that like I'm still around. Well, this will be about my weekly review, my weekly market review from the 27th of June to the 1st of July. So yeah, I guess everyone had a profitable week. I guess you enjoyed the month. I guess everyone had a profitable month. I guess everyone enjoyed the month. Y'all stayed productive. Y'all did what you had to do, and y'all focused on what's important, which is growing as a trader and becoming better as a trader. Not to be money wise or and stuff like that, but to be better than you were the month before, the day before, the week before, and the year before. So looking at NAS, I have the daily time frame right here. I've already analyzed yesterday. So now what we basically do is to review to tell if we are 100% on what we're saying, or there might be some things that we need to add. So looking at the structure of Nasdaq, we can tell that like structure is still clearly to the downside. We have price creating this level right here. Price has been trading from this level for some time, and we had a bullish candle close to end the week, which kind of like broke the intraday resistant levels, I would say. So what does push phase? What does strong push phase to the upside? With price pushing to the upside, what we just simply need to do is to wait for an exhaustion phase for a continuation to the upside. This will be the level I'll be taking profit from, due to price having to price has broken that level once, and it might come back again to support the very same level before giving us a possible tradable reversal to continue moving to the downside with Nasdaq from the 4H from the daily time frame. So with that, basically on the weekly time frame, we have a potential head and shoulders, which kind of like looks like somewhere from there. I had my head, my left shoulder right there. I had my head, I had my right shoulder right there. And I potentially see price going back to the previous lows. So with this level right here, okay, can I please remove the shoulder, the head and shoulders? I have this level right here, which is my potential neckline. You follow me? So where I'm looking to take my buys from based on a daily time frame, that's where I'll be taking profit from, which is the possible potential neckline of an head and shoulders, which might be a possible continuation to the downside pattern. So on the 4H, we can tell that like price has been trading for some time on the very same level, which is this one, which price kind of like tapped once, twice, third, fourth. 4 times price has been trading at that level, which it kind of like broke out on Friday. So with that breakout on Friday, what we simply wait for, what we're going to simply need to wait for is for a push phase, for an exhaustion phase, which might be a potential retest or a higher high, or a higher high, a higher low, because price has been moving like this with the high right here, a potential retest being a higher low for continuation of a higher high, some type of market structure, market behavior. But in any ways, we can tell that like price has been having a push phase. All we need to do is to wait for an exhaustion phase, for continuation phase for continuation to the upside form. So on the hourly, this is where we'll be taking our trades, and this is where we always look to take trades from, and always look to have to see those potential continuation patterns to the upside or potential reversals to the downside. So we can tell that like price has been pushing to the upside. We had a correction before, we had a push phase, we had a correction before we had a continuation push phase to end the week. So with that, I'm simply waiting for what? For price, because now we had a push, correction, push, prices to simply like correct, pull back with a potential retest from our daily time frame now 4H for continuation to the upside. So with that, to be honest, this could be a tradable pattern. This could be a tradable movement to the downside, because that's like probably like 440 pips, which is like a 3% for a potential gain of like I think 800 to 1,000 pips. to the upside. You feel me? So on NAS, I'm looking for a continuation to the upside. Exhaustion phase with an retest or exhaustion phase to continue to the upside. So on gold, gold is kind of like moving. It's kind of like gold is moving sideways. You understand me? So with this sideways movement, to me, I don't see anything on the daily. And on the 4H, price is kind of like in a bear channel, kind of like in a bear channel, which price was correcting on Friday. So with that correction, I potentially see price continue to move to the downside, because if price has a push correction, we have a potential push to the downside. This is simply what I'm looking for on the 4H. So on the hourly, because that's where we might take anything, I can tell that like price have a clean push correction or potential push break retest for some type of structure. So gold, I'm not looking for much because I don't see anything. Price is just like in a sideways movement. German 30, I can tell that like price is still moving to the downside. And we kind of like have a bear channel. We kind of like have that wedge, the potential wedge, which price might be kind of like having a potential breakout right there to start off the week. So what we're simply looking for now to take the trade is for a breakout, retest, and a continuation to the upside. So this might be the first level I'll be taking profit from. That might be the second level would be taking profit from on the German 30. So on the hourly time frame, we simply wait for price to give us a tradable pattern and continue moving to the upside with German 30. US 30, we potentially had a head and shoulders, an inverse head and shoulders. So with that, we all know that like we don't confirm a head and shoulders without price retesting the neckline. You follow me? So now are we simply looking for retest of neckline for continuation to the upside? So I feel like I'm more bullish this week. I'm more bullish this week than I've always been bearish most of the time. So yeah, we're kind of like at that intraday resistance, which price broke out on Friday. So we'll simply wait for a retest and a continuation to the upside to take our trades on US 30, Nasdaq, and German 30. That's just it. That's just it. Nothing much, nothing less. And yeah. Yeah, yeah. USD Cad. USD Cad is also kind of like moving sideways. If we have a look at the overall structure, we're kind of like moving sideways. But looking at the current market price, we potentially have an head and shoulders on USD Cad, which I called out on Thursday, which I called out on potentially on Thursday. So now with that, I have a brick wall right here, which price kind of like broke out. The brick wall is potential to me. I use the brick wall as the neckline. If you guys can understand it, or if you guys can see what I see, I use the neckline. The brick wall as my neckline. This is the shoulder. This is the shoulder. That's the head. That's the neckline. We have a breakout. We simply wait for a retest for a continuation to the downside. But to simply just be basic and just to be simple, let's just wait for a breakout of this price lows for continuation to the downside on USD CAD. So on the hourly time frame, we can tell that like price is kind of like in the head and shoulders and had that breakout and had that breakout right there, had price printing out a low. So if we can potentially have a double bottom, a double top right there for continuation, breakout, retest, continuation, that would be some type of behavior I'd be looking for just to confirm my head and shoulders and to be comfortable to take those trades on USD CAD. So looking at the Tesla, because okay, to be honest, I didn't analyze Tesla because it's kind of like in some tricky situations, but I can tell that like price was pushed, exhausted, and it's kind of like on the very same level which it exhausted which formed an exhaustion phase. So if we ever fail to break that level, I'm simply waiting for a push phase and a momentum, which an exhaustion phase being the retest of that low for potential continuation to the downside on Tesla. Bitcoin, because it's still moving today on Bitcoin is just simply like what price is kind of like doing. It had a breakout and came back to the very same level. On that intraday level, to me, I'm simply looking for this level because price broke out and this intraday level. I'm using current price, guys. So what that I have a low and I have those highs right there. So I'm just simply waiting for price to give me that momentum, But to me, I'm simply waiting for price to come back to this very same level for continuation to the upside to that level. So because now, if you check how price is, structure is clearly like price is clearly like still bearish. You have price printing out this low, printing out this lows, and printing out those highs. So if I ever fail to break, okay, so to me, it's simply like I'm simply waiting for a fall to break that level. I'm simply waiting for a fall to break that level to continue moving to the upside with Bitcoin because of how it moved. Because on higher time frames, we have double tops, we have market reacting to the support level, which made price to be bullish, all them type of scenarios. So now to me, it's simply like because now it's where price is trading from now. Price is just like about 1,296 pips to the upside and 1,622 pips to the downside. So this is basically like where price is trading from. You understand me? It's just like in a sideways. It's trapped on the upside. It's trapped by the support and trapped by the resistance. So it's basically like we buy support, we sell resistance. You follow me? So Ethereum, same shit with Ethereum, I can tell. And like we have a potential double top right there. Like I printed out, we have a potential double top from that level. But overall, I'm simply waiting for price to fail to break that level to take those sales or for a breakout to take those buys on the 4H. And on the hourly, I wonder whose child is crying, guys. So my bad on the crying baby outside. I live in a township. You all gotta bear with me. So price is just moving sideways on the current market price. Price is just moving sideways right there. Before me. So to me, I'm simply waiting for a fail to break to take those sells. Simply like it will be a simple buy support. It will be a simple sell resistant buy support type of trade. You understand me? So I might slide to Ethereum to Litecoin. Okay, so Litecoin was trading sideways for some time, was trapped in that sideways movement for some time, and price finally broke out of that level. So with the breakout, you all know we wait for a retest or exhaustion phase to take those trades. So I'll be taking a buy from a retest with price failing to trade inside that level again. So you simply wait for a fail to break. You simply wait for a retest or a fail to break in again to take those buys. You understand me? So we buy when price retest the resistance for new support. Performing now on the hourly time frame, we simply wait for a retest. That's my analysis right now. I simply wait for a retest and take those continuation buys to the upside. You follow me? So oil, because I also fuck with oil. Oil was in the bull. Oil is in the bullish channel. If you guys can see this channel, oil is in with a potential breakout, which we had a breakout last week. Last week. If you start a week, it all depends on how you start the week. So to me, I would say this week because the week starts on Monday. Yeah, I start my week on Monday. So we had this impulsive push and price correcting and a breakout again, with price now having a potential double top, which price had a double bottom on the 102.59.53 level, and price is kind of like pushing to the upside. So if this is a retest of the correction which it had before it continued to the downside, then let's wait for that bear momentum to kick in for a continuation to the downside, or let's simply wait for price to break the correction impulsively and trade around the 110 or 111 level to look for those continuation buys on oil. So on the hourly time frame, it's like the same thing. It's like the same thing. I would be looking to take buys around 110 to 111, and I'll be looking to take those sales if price clearly indicates that this was a simple basic, if this was a basic break and retest and continuation to the downside with oil. So just to clear this, yeah. So yeah, I'm looking for buys on NAS, sales on gold, but it's in a correction. Buys German 30, buy US 30, USD Cad, potential sales, Tesla. I'm not sure about it. Bitcoin, potential buys if it retests the level I'm looking to buy from. Buy Ethereum if it breaks out. If it fails to break, we sell. Litecoin, we buy. If it retests, and oil, we sell. If it's a retest, we buy. If it breaks out. So yeah, that's my analysis and that's my weekly review, which I have for you guys. So just a disclaimer, this is not financial, this is not financial advice. Everything that I say, all the analysis which I spotted out, all the trades which I'm potentially looking to take for the next coming week, they all come from my personal analysis. So if you take the trades, this is not financial advice. Let me say I'm not giving you some type of financial advice just to say invest and buy Nasdaq and sell whatever. But if you're looking at whatever that you're looking at and you see that what I said relates to what I just said, you can potentially take those continuation trades and just just trade what you see and trade what you understand. You understand me? So let's just look at the potential news which we might have for the coming week. We have durable goods on Monday. So this is Monday alone. Okay, let's look for the whole week. Let's just spend this 2 minutes. Ooh, my investing.com is slow, guys. Please bear with me. And it's load shading. And it's load shading this side. So we have durable goods. We have home sales on later on Monday, and we have the ECB president speaking on later that day, and we have the ECB speaking again on Tuesday, and later on the day we have S&P composites and consumer confidence on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we have retail sales for the Aussie dollar. And we have the Bank of England Governor Barley having a speech. And we have GDP for dollar. And we have Fed on later on 30 minutes before the New York Open. And the governor again, and the ECB, and we have crude oil, and we have the ECB again later that day. On Thursday, we have manufacturing PMI for China. We have GDP for the pound. We have unemployment change for Germany, and we have initial claims later that day, GDP for the CAD later that day, and then Friday we have holiday in Canada and in Hong Kong, and we have Can manufacturing index for Japan. We have manufacturing PMI for China, We have manufacturing PMI for Germany, manufacturing PMI for the pound. We have the CPI for the euro as the whole continent. We have the ISM, we have the ISM PMI, manufacturing PMI for the dollar on the day, which makes this week so fucking fundamental. We have too much fundamental, guys, this coming week. So please be careful on the trades that you're looking to trade and be careful of the fundamentals and watch out for the fundamentals. It's your boy once again, Harlem. I miss you guys and I miss you so much. You know, I don't fuck with y'all liking and subscribing and doing all them type of shit. But I just always hope for someone to take something and learn something from everything that I share. So nonetheless, it's your boy Harlem. If you ain't trading with Harlem, what else are you doing? And I'm signing out. And I'm signing